Hello, trading is closed on January 11th, 2021. We always start with our disclaimer. I've modified it slightly. Just reminding people, MEJT is a highly reliable system for predicting intraday moves. I make predictions for longer term moves, but they're not based on the system. They can't be expected to have the same level of accuracy. So my plan for tomorrow, January 12th, 2021, if we get smartly in the wrong direction, calls killed before the open. There's no guarantee I'm right. And my email is mejt.trades@gmail.com. We actually had quite a few predictions. We looked for the pattern with the early high, and this is it. Tomorrow has the early low. We said this was a positive pattern on Friday, and almost always it would continue at Monday's open. We said if it gapped down smartly instead, it was negative and we should see lower prices, and that's what happened. Now this pattern tends not to be the end of the whole bull leg. Doesn't mean we have to go up tomorrow, but a rally like this, a new all-time high on a Friday, isn't typically the sign the rally's over. Usually, not always, when you have a wall with a hole in the wall gap, the wall fills, you overtake its high and find resistance. By the next trading day, which is Tuesday, or occasionally a Wednesday's open. So most of the time, not every time, you're going to rally, hit the higher MEJT targets, 38.17.37 and 38.17.06. The lower one has at least a 95% chance of printing tomorrow. It's not 100, but it's pretty good. Most of the time, you're going to rally, hit these targets, overtake yesterday's high, find resistance at that point. I also view this policy as positive that prior lows held on today's drop. There's a lot of bullish things, and when bullish things don't work, if we were to gap down smartly instead, and bullish stuff didn't work, tends to fail in grand style, so we have to be careful. During the day, MEJT near the top gave an ultimate sell, said an additional higher target would print. The ultimate sell has played out, but the MEJT system said it's a false move. We're going to hit the higher targets, which you talked about. Thursday, we had a reasonable sell based on a number of factors. We seemed to invalidate it Friday, and we said that if we trade 1 cent past Friday's close, that would be confirmation of the invalidation. Well, that didn't happen. And to invalidate this major sell pattern now, we'd have to trade over not Friday's close, but over Friday's high. I still think that's more likely than not, although not guaranteed. Just be aware if we drop instead, there's a major sell signal which hasn't been invalidated yet. I'm expecting it not to hold as the high, and I'm still looking for a high around the 39.20 area. But just because this number works, it doesn't mean other numbers won't, and that's not carved in stone. Tomorrow's pattern has an early low. It could still gap up. Typically, it's a rally day with a high in the final hour, but if there's early weakness, the tables are turned. Tend to see more weakness in the days to come. We have higher targets for the MEJT system. Unless we gap down smartly, I expect to see them print. Have a hole in the wall gap. Usually it fills, is surpassed, even if only slightly. It's resistance if it's surpassed by Wednesday's open. Just remember, failure to rally from this pattern has ominous implications, as the market had a chance to confirm Friday's invalidation of the Thursday potential top. Candidate for a top from Thursday still remains in play until we break last week's high. So the odds favor higher Here are the higher targets, but if it doesn't work, look out below. I'm still looking for higher, pattern with the early low, and that is today's call.